The following is a presentation of point5digital.com and WNWS Sports.
Good evening and welcome to Jackson Southside. My name is Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway, Dan DiFilippo producing and directing. We got some high school baseball coming your way this afternoon and right into the evening. First game up is Jackson Southside taking on the USJ Bruins here with USJ Bruin Baseball presented by the LASIK Center of Jackson and the Hughes Eye Center along with Southeastern Termite, Pest Control, and a Service Company. We are just underway. First pitch is inside and low. In ball one to leadoff man for USJ, Logan Carey batting from the left side of the plate in playing center field. The 1-0 is line center field in deep. It's way back and against the wall. Carey rounds first, headed to second base, and he'll pull into second easily with a stand-up double to lead off things for the Bruins.
Boy, he tattooed that one. South side shifted that way. The center fielder was in pretty good position as far as his angle, but he wasn't deep enough, and Logan Carey got all of that.
That was a line shot rocket that Jig got over the center fielder's head. Connor Blakely out there for that leadoff double. That'll bring to the plate Brandon Oswald, the speedster. First pitch is low. Nice job of the catcher, Jacob Perkins, to keep Carey at second base. He's a speedster out there on second base, isn't he?
Oh, he really is, and you don't find it quick enough, he'll take third on you.
He sure will. Big right-hander for Southside going today. Here's a curveball, bunted back to the mound, over to first base for the out, but then moves Carey over to third base. So a successful sacrifice by Brandon Oswald, and the Bruins have a runner on third base and only one out here at the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Garrett Guyman, son of Scott Guyman, who's a good friend of ours, isn't he, Coach?
He is a great baseball coach in his own right, good referee also.
First pitch to Garrett is inside with a curveball, ball one. On the mound for Southside, the big right-hander, Brandon Wallace.
And he's got a little bender there, too. His breaks short and quick.
1-0 to Guyman. 1-0, curveball outside. It's 2-0 on Garrett Guyman, the catcher for the USJ Bruins. Big right-handed, good-looking kid. I cannot believe Garrett is in high school, and I think he's a senior. Oh, boy.
I remember when the young man was born. How do you think it makes me feel?
I know it. Boy, boy, boy. So Carey's on third base with one out. He doubled to start the game. Moved over to third with a sacrifice bunt from Oswald, and Guyman has a 2-0 count. Curveball, strike one, a snap throw to third, and Carey is back, and the ball gets away from the pitcher, but not far enough for
Now, that's one thing about Jacob Perkins, the catcher for Southside, has a really strong arm, and he doesn't mind shooting the ball to any base.
He just made an announcement with that throw, didn't he, Coach?
I know you're there.
The 2-1 is outside and low. It's 3-1 on Garrett Guyman.
Good job by Perkins to stop that one. That was a 59-foot curveball and 60 feet 6 inches to the plate.
It sure was. And that was a tough one-hopper there, and he handled it beautifully. The 3-1 curveball, high outside, ball four, and Garrett Guyman earns himself a trip down to first base. So now the Bruins have runners on the corners with only one gone here at the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up cleanup hitter Alec Harden. Alec plays shortstop, and he's got some pop. And, of course, that's why he's hitting that cleanup hole, isn't it, Coach?
That's right. Mitchell Botiford's come in as a courtesy runner. As you know, in high school baseball, you send the catcher back to the dugout, get his equipment on to speed the game up.
So Garrett's in the dugout. Coach is all over it with a new man on first base. First pitch, fastball right down the pipe, called strike one.
Got a good umpiring crew today with some experience to it.
Old Tommy Dean out there umpiring second base. Here's the 0-1. Curveball stayed high. It's 1-1.
Tommy used to coach a little baseball, American Legion baseball, and at Beach Bluff, he was one of the greatest athletes that ever played there when they had a high school.
Oh, Tommy was a great athlete. Still does a great job, you know, at Southside volleyball.
Oh, yeah. They're going to Campine now. We're talking about volleyball camp.
1-1, ground ball third. Scoops up. They're going to go home with it. And they've got Carey hung up between third and home. And they're going to tag him out. So a nice play by third baseman Dustin Duck, because that was a in between hop. He fielded that ball on and came home to get Carey. So Carey's gone, wiped off of third base. So now 2 outs and runners at first and second base in a scoreless top of the first inning. And if USJ is going to break through, it's all up to designated hitter Seth Raleigh. Batting to the right side. First pitch gets by the catcher. It's low and outside, and the runners advance down to second and third.
And Dan, that was a contact play. He was coming on contact, and the third baseman did a great job, made a great peg to the plate. But one of the theories is it's put pressure on people in high school, and that's what USJ tried. At that time, got caught.
1-0 on Raleigh. Second pitch gets by the catcher, hits right in front of Coach and I, but doesn't get far enough away to score the run here at Southside. It's a great baseball field. I mean, this playing surface, it looks like it's major league quality, but the backstop is not that far behind home plate.
I didn't flinch that time like I did the last time, and the catcher did a great job of pouncing on that baseball. Not a deep one.
He knows his own field, doesn't he?
Yep.
Here's the 2-0. Outside and low, it's 3-0 on Seth Raleigh, the designated hitter. The Bruins have runners on second and third with 2 gone here and the top of the first inning. Pitching today for Southside is the big right-hander who comes in there for a strike. Big number 31, Bratton Wallace. 3-1 now on Seth Raleigh. Here's the 3-1. Outside and low. Ball 4. And Raleigh will head down to first base. So the Bruins have loaded the bases for number 6 hole hitter, John Stanford. John plays right field and hits from the right side against the right-handed pitching Wallace.
It looks like Southside's going to choose to play their outfield straight away. Left fielder about 2 steps off straight away and deep.
First pitch, curveball, outside and low. I tell you this, Jacob Perkins, the catcher, I talked with him before the game. He's been really active. He's going to get a workout tonight, Coach, with all those curveballs that Wallace throws.
He's earned him some Gatorade already.
1-0. Just outside with a fastball. It's 2-0. No place to put this man with a 2-0 count. And the base is jammed for Stafford. 2-0's outside. Ball 3. It's 3-0 on John Stafford. So Stafford now in the driver's seat with a 3-0 count. And the catcher going to go have a chat with his pitcher, Jacob Perkins, the catcher, out talking with Wallace. It's 3-0. Base is loaded.
And he's trying to overthrow a little bit. Wallace is trying to get the man out, and you really want the strikeout here. And the biggest thing is USJ just wants to put the ball in play here.
Here's a 3-0. Fastball right down the middle. Call strike 1.
Yeah, you knew he was taking all the way. There would have been some real activity if he had swung it that way.
Yeah. Even if it would have been a grand slam.
Yes.
Here's a 3-1. It's outside. Ball 4. That's going to bring to the plate Garrett Guyman. No, not Guyman. It was Mitch Boniford, I believe, pinch running for him. And Boniford will trot in with the first run of the game. The Bruins take a 1-0 lead with 2 gone here at the top of the first inning. And Jake Overton, the first baseman, at the plate for the Bruins. First pitch is high, ball 1. Southside played Jackson Christian in the game before this, when this is a tournament. Jackson Christian won that game.
And this is the Sports Plus Rehab Centers tournament.
1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1.
That one had a little juice on it. That's number 1 down Main Street.
Wallace needed that one. If Wallace can get out of this inning with only 1 run, he would have done a good job of damage control. Here's the 1-1. Lined, right field line, twisting foul and out of place. Out of place and out of play.
Yeah. Ducks are on the pond here. Base hit probably scores 2 with the depth of the outfielders. And again, Wallace would love to have his first strikeout of the day.
This ballpark is 355 dead center. The 1-2 is outside below. It evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 gone. Top of the first inning, USJ's taking a 1-0 lead over Jackson Southside. Here's the 2-2 outside, runs a count full.
Oh, boy, my favorite time in baseball. The merry-go-round will start when he goes into his stretch and gets ready to release. The runners will be running. The fielders are on their toes, and something's going to happen on this pitcher.
Here it is, the payoff, outside ball 4. Well, Coach set it up. It's a beautiful thing if you're a baseball fan to watch that merry-go-round. But the ball 4, the walk, and the second run of the game comes in via a walk. And USJ takes a 2-0 lead, and that will bring to the plate Eli Browse. Eli plays third base, quite an athlete for USJ. For Jackson Southside, head coach is Jeff Wyatt. Wyatt out talking with his pitchers. Scott Bean is the assistant coach, along with Kyle Bryant, Ron Clemens, and Travis Livingston is the trainer. For USJ,
I believe Ron coaches football, too. He's an assistant with the football team,
For USJ, the head coach is Jack Peel. He's assisted by Ronnie Giddens and Spencer Nelson.
Got a lot of good people and good coaches, too, out here.
Yes, sir. Eli Browse hitting from the right side. First pitch line, drive, center field in deep. Way back against the wall and making the catch out there. Round number 3 is Connor Blakely. It was a loud, noisy out number 3. But USJ able to put 2 runs on the board in the top of the first inning. We'll move to bottom 1 when we come back. USJ leading Jackson Southside 2-0 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business in the heart of Jackson with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday. King Jewelers, 16 Conrad Drive in Jackson.
Fact, a well-maintained vehicle will help save you money at the pump. Let Gene Langley Ford Service Department help you protect your vehicular expenditure. At Gene Langley Ford, your vehicle gets the maintenance it needs from folks who know it well, and we have great prices too. From oil changes to tire care for any make or model, Gene Langley Ford is committed to maximizing the driving dollar. That's how we roll. At the dealership service built, Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information. Who's your daddy? This is News Talk.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business in the heart of Jackson with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday. King Jewelers, 16 Conrad Drive in Jackson.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information. Who's your daddy? This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Following is a presentation of WNWS Sports.
Well, welcome back here to Jackson Southside. It's deja vu all over again there.
Yes.
Leading off for Jackson Southside, hitting from the right side is Tyron Cox. He plays shortstop. First pitch swinging, or second pitch swinging, I should say. Fouls it back out of play. It's 0-2, and he's got an assignment today because Ryan Rollison, the big left-hander for USJ's on the mound. He's the all-everything, one of the highest-rated prospects in North America when it comes to baseball. The big left-hander, last time we saw him, Coach, he was one batter away from a perfect game, but it did end up with a no-hitter.
Yes, he did, and I know the pro scouts are here. There are several of them. I've seen 2 radar guns and got to talk with 2 of them.
1-2, call, strike 3. He struck him out looking. So Cox goes down for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate Tarandis Smith, who plays left field and hits from the right side of the plate for the Jackson Southside Hawks. Have 5 wins and 7 losses coming in. USJ 8 wins and 2 losses. Those were out of state in that tournament down on the Gulf Coast. First pitch, high ball 1. And Coach Ryan Rollison, they tell us, brings it in the mid-90s.
The mid-90s. He's got good command of his curve ball.
1-0 on Smith. 1-0. Hammered foul out of play down the right field line. The two batters have both made contact, and they both have something in common. They couldn't get around on it.
They are behind on it. I would choke up if I was facing Brother Rollison a little bit on my bat.
Here's the 1-1. Bouncing ball foul down the first baseline. Jammed him there. Rollison has that fastball, but, Coach, he's got a lot more than just a great fastball, doesn't he?
He really does. He has a curve, and I believe he's got a slider. He doesn't throw it as much as, and he doesn't have to. As long as you throw the good fastball.
1-2, curveball, bounce to first base, and it's bobbled, and not going to get it. There'll be an E3 over there, first base, on its slow roller. Jake Overton had trouble with it. It'll go as an error, and Southside has a runner on first base in the form of Smith with one out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, that'll bring to the plate the number 3-hole hitter, Ethan Taylor. Ethan plays second base for the Hawks.
That one looked like a pool cue shot. Had a lot of spin on it. You can see that on .5 digital. And blow your screen up there a little bit and watch it, and it kind of handcuffed the first baseman.
Yeah, that was a tougher play than it looked like with that spin on that ball. First pitch downstairs, scooped up by the catcher.
Now, the Smith's a threat to run, but you've got a left-handed pitcher with a pretty good pickoff move, too. So let's see what happens. And, of course, Guyman has a pretty good shotgun here for a catcher.
Oh, he is good. Mr. Guyman. There, Smith faked at it. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up with the fastball. It's 1-1 on Ethan Taylor.
And it's hard to run on those pitchers that throw a fastball unless they've got some flaw or something in their windup. But Rollison comes to the plate quick.
Here's the 1-1, bounce to second base. Over to first, or make that second for one. Over to first base, and the throw is wide and gets away for the first baseman, but not far enough for the runner to advance. So Smith is erased on the force out at second base, and Taylor will wind up at first base. It'll go as a fielder's choice. Two gone, and Taylor on first base with the cleanup hitter, Jared Hurst, at the plate, hitting from the right side. First pitch, high, ball one. Well, you hear that mid pop, can't you, Coach?
Sure can, and it's popping good today. And this is a heavy air day, dark, overcast, but like I said, great field to play on and two good baseball teams.
One ball, no strikes. Rollison out of the stretch. Fastball, strike one.
And, of course, Rollison, I'm sure he'll get drafted when the baseball draft, but he's an Ole Miss signee already.
Yeah. Impressive kid, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And
you watch this game, Coach mentioned at .5digital.com. 1-1, bouncing ball to first base. Scooped up, and he'll take it himself unassisted over at first for the third out of the inning. Jake Overton puts it away. And we'll move to the top of the second inning. After one complete, it's USJ 2 in Jackson, Southside nothing. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Could you do your job better without the hassle of glasses or contacts? Maybe better eyesight could help you with your new profession or your current one. Dr. David Underwood at the LASIK Center of Jackson offers Z-LASIK eye surgery to restore sharp vision. Z-LASIK is totally bladeless, all laser technology, safe and gentle. The LASIK Center of Jackson is offering free screenings and financing through Care Credit. Here's what one Z-LASIK patient says.
Hi, I'm Haley Surratt. I'm a hairstylist in Savannah. I've always wanted LASIK surgery. I was blind as a bat, so I wasn't sure if I was a candidate. When the LASIK Center ran a promotion allowing you to pay for the surgery over a 2-year period, I made an appointment to see if I was a candidate. Dr. David Underwood did my Z-LASIK surgery in October. I now see perfectly and have no problems. I've told many of my friends and customers about the great experience I had, and several have had the procedure as well.
Sharp vision, no glasses or contacts. That could be the key to success in your career. Call 668-0064 or visit LASIKofJackson.com today. Take advantage of the LASIK Center of Jackson's offer of free screenings and financing. 668-0064. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services accepts all pre-arranged funerals from other funeral homes and reduces your out-of-pocket costs by accepting insurance assignments for payment. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services is the only on-site crematory in Gibson County with 2 locations, Gibson Funeral Home in Gibson, Tennessee, and Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Medina. In the end, life leaves us difficult choices. We provide the options that make this difficult transition easier. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Visit us online at medinafuneralhome.com.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information. Who's your daddy? This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Griffin Laird leading off the top of the second for USJ. It's 1-0 on Griffin. Second pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-1 on Griffin Laird. The left fielder hitting from the right side against right-hand pitching Branton Wallace. USJ at the plate, taking on Jackson South Side. It's 2-0 Bruins in the top of the second inning. 2-1 now on Griffin Laird.
And that last pitch, the release point was a little high and the curve stayed high.
Here's a 2-1. Outside and low. It's 3-1 on Laird. USJ had 2 runs courtesy of base on balls. And loaded the
4
bases.
walks in that last inning.
Here's a 3-1. Chest high, called strike 2.
And our umpire, I have forgotten his first name, but last name is Shanklin. He's kin to Jarrell Shanklin.
Payoff pitch, bouncing ball towards the middle. Scooped up by the second baseman over to first, just in time. For out number 1. Nice play with the second baseman, Ethan Taylor, because he had to range far to his right, almost behind second base. A long throw to retire. Griffin Laird for out number 1.
He had to put some juice on that. Logan Carey up, Dan, and he had a big double in that first inning.
So that'll bring to the plate. Logan Carey. That was Logan Carey. You're right, Coach. I was looking at Rollison, but he's not bad.
No, he doesn't bat. The designated hitter hits for him.
So the leadoff man, Logan Carey, whose coach just mentioned, he had that hammered double to lead. And another line drive center field and way back there against the wall, and it's going to get down against the wall. Here's Carey rounding second. He's headed to third. Here's the throw, not in time, and Carey slides in there with a triple. This time to deep right center field. Almost making the play out there was Connor Blakely. He had it for a moment, but went down. And Coach, I don't know. I'd have to give that a hit off.
No, I'm going to score that one a hit because the center fielder did have to go away. Blakely did the best he could to get there, and it wasn't a real muff.
That'll bring up Brandon Oswald. Pitch gets away, and here comes Carey. He's going to score standing up from third base.
Score that a wild pitch. The catcher, bless his heart, couldn't find it, and it's hard to tell, but the ball does when it bounces, but you got to brick a wall at the bottom here, and sometimes it takes some funny bounces.
It does, and that was that was tough on the catcher. He did all he could, Coach. You're right. The 1-0 is line foul out of play down the third baseline. Evens the count at a ball at a strike. Pickety Peg and Stacy just showed up here at Jackson Southside. 2 lovely ladies. Here's the 1-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. Ranging over to his right. Fielding it and throwing first. He's not in time with the throw and safe there. At first base is Brandon Oswald. That's how fast he is. Another play in which second baseman Ethan Taylor had to range far to his right up the middle. That bouncing ball was slow enough. It gave Oswald enough time to beat it out. Base hit for Oswald.
Yeah, he's really the only one who had a chance because the way the shortstop was playing then, he would have never gotten there.
That brings up Garrett Guyman. Garrett, first pitch, looks at a strike. It's 0-1. 1 gone. Bottom, or make it the top of the second inning. USJ's pushed another run across here the second to take a 3-0 lead. And Brandon Oswald is on first base. Snap throw, and Oswald's back safely.
Boy, there are some of Jackson's baseball elite, even going back to the 60s. I saw the old left-hander Sid Spain here a while ago that played at Jackson High and then pitched for Union University.
He was a good one. Bouncing ball between third and short into left field for a base hit for Garrett Guyman. And the Bruins have something cooking here at the top of the second inning with runners on first and second and only one out. And the cleanup man, Alec Harden, stepping in there with some ducks on the pond, Coach.
That's right. He got on with a fielder's choice first time, but scored in the first inning.
Brandon Wallace now going to have to do some more damage control. First pitch, lined up the middle, base hit. That's going to get one run home. Rounding third, digging towards home is Oswald. And the runners will hold up in first and second, but Oswald will score. That's an RBI single up the middle there for Alec Harden, and the Bruins take a 4-0 lead.
For the fans on the .5 digital broadcast, you can see the first baseman come and cut that one off, and that was the proper play because that throw had gone all the way through. You might have had runners advancing. Little things like that are so important.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's a 4-0 baseball game, you let that throw go through and runners advance, you do some damage. Southside's still got a chance to get out of this. I think we're going to have a pitching change.
We do have a pitching change coming up. Brought to you by King Jewelers, the king of bling. Best selection of jewelry at the best prices. King Jewelers, 16 Conway Drive, right here in Jackson. Grover King. It's a family-owned business. Rolex watch service and repair. Citizen Echo Drive watches, beautiful. Men and women. Estate jewelry, diamonds, you name it. Pitching change. We'll let you know who's up next on the mound for Jackson Southside in 30 seconds on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. Don't you love the start of spring, baseball, sunshine, and termite swarms? If you haven't had your home protected by Southeastern by now, then today is the day. Swarming termites are literally trying to start new colonies every day that the temperature is above 70 degrees. Don't spend thousands of dollars getting the exact same treatment that we could do correctly for half the cost. Don't spend hundreds of dollars every year allowing bait stations around your home and wait for the termites to find them and hoping that it actually works. Call a company that will do it right the first time, every time. Termites aren't the only thing coming out this spring. Give us a call for any ant, mosquito, have you heard of the Zika virus, spider, flea, tick, or any other possible pest problem at your house. There's a reason why your neighbors use us in their homes. Give us an opportunity to earn your business as well. Give us a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all of your termite and pest control needs, fungus and moisture control, floor support, home additions, insurance work, mold inspections, brown recluse, or anything else. Southeastern 660-1052. That's Southeastern 660-1052.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Seth Rawling at the plate for USJ. First pitch, a curveball is outside. It's 1-0. Here's Coach Joe with a pitching change.
Well, this is Caleb Spain wearing number 30, a right-hander, and very prophetic that I mentioned Sid Spain a while ago.
Bouncing ball to second base. Oh, gets through the legs of the second baseman, rolling into center field. One run will score, and runners will pull up at third base in the form of Alec Harden. So the Bruins take a 5-0 lead, and runners on the corners, still only one out, and that brings up the dangerous John Stanford to the plate. John plays right field for the Bruins. It hits from the right side of the plate. And he can do some damage here.
He walked his last time up.
Caleb Spain, the new pitcher for Southside. Right-handed pitcher, kind of submarine style. First pitch low. Ball one to Stanford.
That drops down, puts a little pressure on the right-handed batter.
Yeah, it's not the best view of the ball, is it, Coach?
Well, it makes you want to get on your heels sometime.
Fastball right on that outside corner, call strike one, and leaving the count up at a ball and a strike.
Good pitch, but Stanford stayed in there and did not get back on his heels, so he's sticking in there pretty tough.
Here's the 1-1 on its way outside, ball two. Mentioned Logan Carey earlier. He's going to play ball at Louisiana Tech. His dad, Jimmy, getting ready to be inducted into the Jackson-Madison County Sports Hall of Fame this year.
That's right. That comes up, next week?
Yep. 2-1 outside, 3-1. watching this instant replay here, courtesy of the LASIK Center of Jackson and the Hughes Eye Center. Diabetic eye disease, cataracts, be treated there at the Hughes Eye Center with Dr. Matt Hughes. Here's a 3-1. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Spain has it over to first base. Round number 2, but a run will score. Is trotting in from third base is Alec Harden, and the Bruins take a 6-0 lead.
And that one, you look the runner back, but the runner had gotten such a big lead beforehand, there was no chance to do anything but get the out at first. And sometimes it's better just to get out of the inning.
That'll bring up Jake Overton. Jake plays first base for the Bruins. Runner on second, 2 gone here at the bottom, or make that the top of the second inning. The Bruins with 2 runs in the first, and now 4 have crossed the plate here in the second to take the 6-0 lead.
Jake walked his first time up, but was stranded in the bottom half of the first inning.
Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The LASIK Center of Jackson and the Hughes Eye Center. They're on Stonebridge right here in Jackson. Visit LASIKofJackson.com. Check on Z LASIK Eye Surgery with Chief LASIK Surgeon Dr. Underwood. 1-1 is, well, the 1-0 is fouled away behind home plate. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. Jake Overton at the plate. Well, it's a cool day here on April 1st. But we've seen snow this time of year.
Yes.
Here's the 1-1. Spain out of the stretch. Fires outside ball 2.
I love the way Perkins comes up out of his stance, ready to make something happen. Great catch.
He's quick, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Cat-like. 2-1 on Jake Overton. Here's Spain. Fires, line, right field. That's a base hit. Rounding third base. He's going to score. And there goes to second. The throw is in time for out number 3. As Overton tried to stretch the right fielder bobbled the ball fielding it. And Overton tried to stretch that into a 2-bagger. He's thrown out at second, but the run did score before that out was recorded. So count that one. The Bruins put 5 on the board here at the top of the second inning. We'll move to the bottom of the second inning. USJ 7 and Jackson Southside nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
You need to sell your home? Maybe you were thinking of hiring your friend that's a real estate agent. Bill Way here to tell you hiring the wrong real estate agent can cost you a whole lot of time and money. Keep your friends and hire the agent I would hire to sell my home. I'm talking about my friends Todd and Beth Haltom of the Haltom Real Estate Group. I've been telling you about Todd and Beth for many years, and the fact is their marketing is on a whole different level than the average agent. As the top team in Central West Tennessee ranked by the Wall Street Journal, week after week they attract hundreds of buyers, create demand, and on average sell a home every other day of the year for top dollar. That's why Todd and Beth can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they're going to buy it. Plus, if you're not happy with the Haltom Home Team, you can fire them. Trust me, that's not going to happen. It's no accident myself and real estate tycoon and Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran recommend Todd and Beth Haltom and the Haltom Home Team out of all the real estate agents in Jackson. Call the Haltom Home Team today at 499-1993. That's 499-1993, or go online to haltomhometeam.com.
Certain terms and conditions may apply. 731-984-2200.
The station you rely on for dependable weather information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
You can watch this game at .5digital.com. Just mouse across sports at the top of the page. You get a drop-down box. Click on high school sports and then USJ Bruin baseball. Our production crew is the best in North America. The company is Worthy Road Studios, Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann. They don't just
the pictures are major league quality.
It's just awesome. Leading off for Southside here at the bottom of the second inning is the catcher, Jacob Perkins. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's strike one. The big left-hander Ryan Rollison rocking again today, Coach.
Yeah, he had some juice on that one.
0-1 is fastball outside, 1-1. Now, there was a couple of errors in the first inning on USJ. No one scored, but no hit recorded by Southside. The 1-1 is swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Last time we saw Ryan Rollison, he threw a no-hitter.
That's right. Came within one batter of that perfect game. And his dad, Gary Rollison, the old Northside quarterback who played a little baseball.
Here's 1-2.
I flinched.
That would have hit Coach right square in the chest.
I'm a baseball magnet.
It's 2-2. That was outside.
I'll bring my glove the next time.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
Oh, I've known some broadcasters in the major leagues that used to carry their gloves into the press box.
They did. Here's a 2-2. Fastball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for out number 1. Up next for Southside is the first baseman, Fisher Overton. Fisher bats on the right side for the Hawks.
And that's Rollison's second strikeout of the day.
Nice crowd on hand here at
great crowd.
Southside. Great facilities here. First pitch, nice slider right in there, call strike 1.
Got a lot of Southside and USJ fans. Hardin County people are down the third base side. We've also got some JCS people still here. Saw Wayne Alexander from Liberty here.
0-1, popped him up. It's a major league pop-up called for by the second baseman, who puts it away just to the right side of the pitcher's mound for out number 2. That's Brandon Oswald making the play. So 2 up and 2 down here at the bottom of the second inning. That brings up third baseman Dustin Duck.
Dan, I've got to say it. That would have been a home run in a telephone booth.
That's just a little bit of respect for Harry Carey.
Yes.
Coach. Swing and a miss. It's strike 1 on Dustin Duck. Boy, he was fun.
One of the great announcers of all time.
And we would have been able to, we were going to meet him. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
The 0-1 is slider downstairs. He was coming to Jackson. Let's see, Coach, 1999, I guess.
Yeah, I believe it's 1999 or 2000, one of the other.
1-1, slider downstairs. And it was about this time of the year. He was coming to Jackson, going to be at the ballpark, and he got sick and he died.
Yeah.
2-1, foul back against the screen.
Of course, the Cubs were still our farm club for the Generals then, and that was the connection. I was waiting. I wanted to hear him take me out to the ball game live out there at the ballpark.
Wouldn't that have been something?
Oh, that's something that.
You know he would have done that. 2-2 on Dustin Duck. 2 gone, nobody on base here at the bottom of the second inning. 7-0 USJ. The Bruins put 2 on the board in the first, followed that up with 5 in the second. Here's a 2-2 high, runs a count full.
And Duck has worked him, and he stepped out of the box, and that's something I probably, if I was having to hit against Rollison, I'd step out of the box 2 or 3 times.
Why not? Pay on a pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. They went in order, and the bottom of the second inning will move to the third. USJ 7, Jackson Southside nothing. USJ Bruin baseball on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Fact, a well-maintained vehicle will help save you money at the pump. Let Gene Langley Ford Service Department help you protect your vehicular expenditure. At Gene Langley Ford, your vehicle gets the maintenance it needs from folks who know it well. And we have great prices, too. From oil changes to tire care for any make or model, Gene Langley Ford is committed to maximizing the driving dollar. That's how we roll. At the dealership service built, Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt.
Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services accepts all pre-arranged funerals from other funeral homes and reduces your out-of-pocket cost by accepting insurance assignments for payment. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services is the only on-site crematory in Gibson County with 2 locations, Gibson Funeral Home in Gibson, Tennessee, and Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Medina. Difficult choices. We provide the options that make this difficult transition easier. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Visit us online at medinafuneralhome.com.
The station you rely on for dependable sports. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
On to the third inning we go. First pitch from Spain is called strike 1 and leadoff man Eli Browse. Here in the top of the third inning, Eli hits out of the number 8 hole, leading off here in the third. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Kraus.
He flied deep to center field the last time up.
He gave that one a ride too. Here's the 0-2 from Spain. Curveball, line right field, shallow, drifting over towards the foul line, and making the catch is Greg Diffie for out number 1.
And Diffie drifted over there, kept his eye on it, and good play.
That brings to the plate Griffin Laird, the left fielder for the USJ Bruins, hitting from the right side. Spain uncoils, fires, strike one. You can really see Caleb Spain settling in here, his second inning of work.
Well, that's tough. He had to get ready in a hurry. Griffin Laird grounded out 4-3. That's second to first the last time.
The 0-1 attempted a bunt and missed it. It's 0-2 on Laird. You know, I was talking with some folks at USJ. They've got 80 players out for football. Wow. Here's the 0-2. Outside and low, 1-2. That's a lot of players for them.
That is because, private schools are in the grades 9 through 12. You don't have 800,000 students there, and so that's a great number.
1-2 on Laird. Spain out of the line, fires outside, 2-2. That one would have short hopped Coach right in the face.
Our On the Road 101 sign was really wonderful right there.
Hey, Paul Schultze, how does that sound? We need a thumbs up or down. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Over to first base in time. Crowd number 2. Making a play over there at shortstop for the Hawks was Tyron Cox to retire Griffin Laird. And back to the top of the lineup for the Bruins, Logan Carey, who's had 2 line shots to deep center field today with 2 gone. Logan Carey's at the play.
He's 2 for 2, a double and a triple. He just needs a single and a home run to hit the cycle.
That's all. First pitch. Popped it up, third base line, twisting foul and out of play.
And he probably dipped that back shoulder a little more than Coach Pio wanted him to then.
Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company. Folks, get the free home inspection from the pros. Termites are about to swarm on you any day now. Here's the 0-1 outside, 1-1. It's Southeastern Termite. They get free home inspection. They'll come and check for termites, for pests. They check for mold, for mildew. They go in your attic to make sure you're properly insulated. 660-1052. Here's the 1-1. Line foul. Out of play.
They check for fleas too, Dan, and I'm going to tell you, pet owners, those eggs that have been dormant all winter may come up and hatch now.
Coach is right about that. Boy, you know it, you've got a house full of fleas.
That's not fun. They're hard to get rid of, too.
Hard to coexist with them.
Yep.
Here's 1-2 from Spain. Line, right center field and deep. This one's going to get down against the wall. Here's Carey rounding first base. He's trucking towards second. And he'll pull in there with another stand-up double. Logan Carey, holy moly. You think he's tuned in. He dialed in today, Coach.
2 doubles, a triple, and that was in his wheelhouse. And that was that good sound off the aluminum bat.
Boy. Brandon Oswald also hits from the left side of the plate. He'll stand in there with 2 out. And Carey down at second base. Boy, Logan Carey's just... Louisiana Tech got a good one in him. Ooh, first pitch lined it right into the south side dugout. Everybody's okay.
The reason you stay awake in there. And Oswald is 1 for 1 because remember, sacrifice doesn't count against you, and he sacrificed in the first inning.
Sure did. The dugouts here at Jackson Southside are spacious, but they're not sunken the way they are at USJ. Not only does it look good, it's also those sunken dugouts serve a purpose. It's called safety, right?
That's right. It helps a whole lot. You got to stay awake, or even in the major leagues with the sunken dugouts. You still, those head toppers can get you if you don't stay in the game.
Scott Guyman over there.
We was talking about his ears were burning.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, off-speed curveball. And Oswald offered at it and missed it. It's 0-2.
Brandon Smart step out there to think about that one, because you don't feel good after you've just swung when somebody not only threw you the curve but pulled the string on it.
Two. 0-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. So USJ, after 2 in the first, 5 in the second, unable to push one across here in the third inning, we'll move to the bottom of the third. It's 7-0 USJ over Jackson Southside and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Could you do your job better without the hassle of glasses or contacts? Maybe better eyesight could help you with your new profession or your current one. Dr. David Underwood at the LASIK Center of Jackson offers Z-LASIK eye surgery to restore sharp vision. Z-LASIK is totally bladeless, all laser technology, safe and gentle. The LASIK Center of Jackson is offering free screenings and financing through Care Credit. Here's what one Z-LASIK patient says.
Hi, I'm Haley Saran. I'm a hairstylist in Savannah. I've always wanted LASIK surgery. I was blind as a bat, so I wasn't sure if I was a candidate. When the LASIK Center ran a promotion allowing you to pay for the surgery over a 2-year period, I made an appointment to see if I was a candidate. Dr. David Underwood did my Z-LASIK surgery in October. I now see perfectly and have no problems. I've told many of my friends and customers about the great experience I had, and several have had the procedure as well.
Sharp vision, no glasses or contacts. That could be the key to success in your career. Call 668-0064 or visit LASIKofJackson.com today. Take advantage of the LASIK Center of Jackson's offer of free screenings and financing. 668-0064.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Off to the bottom of the third inning we go. It's 7-0 USJ over Jackson Southside. Just got this message from Uncle Milty. Milt Canvin says, sounds like USJ pitcher's the real deal, and Uncle Milty, he is, isn't he, Coach?
Yes, he is. And you remember, Milt Canvin was a pretty good baseball player. His day and time could throw a little bit, but Rollison played on the select team last year. And, of course, then to my right here, one of the all-time great, Scott Guyman, who played at Union, coached with him, and now he's at Haywood County.
I am. How y'all doing?
Now he's referred to as the father of Garrett.
That old man.
The old man. Greg Diffie leading off the bottom of the third inning for Jackson Southside against Ryan Rollison, who has a no-hitter working today. First pitch, ball one. Hey, Scott, man, you've been there. You coach Haywood County baseball, but you've umpired. You've been around. Here's the 1-0 pitch of Rollison, inside 2-0. What's your thoughts on just how good Ryan Rollison is for USJ?
Ryan, to me, is the best in the state. And what people don't realize is the way he competes. I mean, he can get bases loaded, no outs, and then strike out the side. I mean, he's done that. He did that in Alabama the other day, and he constantly finds ways to get it through there. And he gets better as the game goes.
2-2 now. 2 quick strikes from Rollison. As Scott was telling you how much of a competitor he is, he's just worked back to even the count of 2-2. And strike 3. Strike him out swinging. So down goes Stafford's.
Greg
Diffie, pardon me. That'll bring up Connor Blakely with 1 gone and nobody on base. Connor plays center field for the Southside Hawks.
4th strikeout, and Scott, his focus is something else, isn't it?
It is, and his work ethic, everything about what he's doing.
There's a bunt down third base line, fielded cleanly, and a rocket shot to first base for out number 2. Nice play over there. That one is easy, as Eli Brown's made it appear. So 2 gone and nobody on base here for Jackson Southside, and that'll bring up the leadoff man, Tyron Cox. And Scott, you live with a guy that catches for Rollison. Your son, Garrett. What does he say about catching a guy like this?
Well, Garrett's caught him since they were 8 years old, so.
Here's a bouncing ball to second base, and we got confused out there. The first baseman came over, the second baseman was headed to first base, and that rolls through, and I don't know how they're going to score that one, Coach.
I think you got to score to hit. There's no error made there. The closest thing to an error is a mental error on the coverage. And Scott, as a baseball coach, that's one where I know the second baseman trying to get there. Let your pitcher cover, and you cover behind your first baseman.
Yeah, that's a hard one right there to deal with, because you got 3 guys going after it.
Tough way to lose a no-hitter. That'll bring up Trandon Smith. Bouncing ball. This one nearly went in the USJ dugout, so they returned the favor. It's strike one. How good is this USJ team? I mean, they're serious contender for the state title, you think?
I think there's no doubt. I mean, you've got 9 kids, 9 seniors, and 8 of them have played together since they were 8 years old, so they know each other well. They all are best friends, and there ain't to me, there's nobody in the lineup that just can't hit. I mean, they can all smash when they're on. You know, Ryan Rollison has not given up an earned run since the state tournament last year. He didn't give up one all summer long, and he hadn't done one yet.
Bouncing ball to second. Fielded cleanly over to first for out number 3. So there goes Southside in the third. Scott, while we've got you here, we'll talk to you between innings about this baseball team. And, you know, as Jack Peel came over to be the head coach 2 years ago, won the state championship last year. They had a great season, didn't make it back to the state tournament. But this year, as you mentioned, these kids they have everything. They're deep, pitching, fielding.
Well, I think last year proved you got to have a lot of luck to win the championship. I mean, there's good teams out there, and they made it to state. They were up 4-0, I believe, to Franklin Road, and Ryan was pitching. And one inning, I think it was 2-0, and then in one inning they scored 4 runs on him, and everything went downhill from there. But so you got to have a lot of luck. But as far as talent, top to bottom, there's not many teams in the state that's as loaded as they are.
Well, and as coach and I have been doing these games and doing USJ football and basketball as well, I don't think a lot of people realize how good this league is now in Division I, because a lot of the best athletes in Memphis now are playing in this league.
There is, and you look at Harding, they're 11-1 right now. ECS has got a junior class that's similar to USJ senior class right now, so the competition is very strong in this Division II.
Scott, we'll let you tell him who's leading off here in the top of the 4th inning. You know this guy?
I'll tell you if he gets a hit.
Leading off of the Bruins is the catcher, Garrett Guyman. Garrett's had a good day so far.
He has had a good day. Garrett walked in the first and then had a base hit, so he's officially 1 for 1.
1-0, 1-0 pitch.
I'll tell you,
it up, out of place.
One thing I got to say about him is you never see any emotion, good or bad, from him. Last year he hit a game-tying home run against Tipton Rosemark, and he just gave a little deep breath, and that was about as much as I've ever seen him have.
Here's the 1-1 pinch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Now we got to watch Scott now, his son up there. Yeah. He reminds me of O'Neal Henley when we were calling a football game, and he came up to join us in the booth, and there was a fumble, and Coach yelled, "Ball, ball!" I loved it, man. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball outside, evens the count at 2-2.
Garrett's got a better eye than I do. Scott, he does have a poker face, doesn't he, when it comes to something happening that's emotional?
He really does, and I'm proud of him for that because he didn't get it from me.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on its way outside, runs the count full.
Stance just barely got it. It's not open. It's almost a balance stance. Has his lead foot, the left one, just a little bit to the outside.
Full count on Garrett Guyman, the catcher for USJ. Spain out of the wide, fires, struck him out. So 1 down in the top of the 4th inning. That brings up the shortstop, Alec Harden for USJ. The Bruins lead this game 7-0 in the top of the 4th inning. We're live at Jackson Southside. You can watch the game at point5digital.com. Spain uncoils, fires outside, 1-0.
And Harden 1 for 2, got on with a fielder's choice and scored in the first, and then got a base hit and scored in the second.
Scott, these baseball fields are different than they were when we were in high school. These are nice surfaces, man.
Coach White does a good job with this field. I mean, I came out here, and this is the first time I've been out here in a while, but, man, he has really done a great job out here.
1-0, curveball, call strike 1.
You know, Alex signed with Oklahoma Wesleyan this week.
That's right. He sure did.
We've got 7 kids that have signed college scholarships on this team.
Can you name them?
Yeah. I know Logan Carey going to Louisiana Tech.
Yep.
Alec going to Oklahoma Wesleyan. Alex Garrett and Seth Rowling going to Rhodes. Garrett going to Harding University. Brandon Oswald going to Tribeca.
That is awesome. That is just awesome. So Garrett's going to Harding University.
Yep. And then, of course, Ryan going to Ole Miss. We think.
Yet 3-1. Lined right field. Drifting over towards the line and making the catch. Round number 3 is, or make it down. Number 2 is the right fielder, Greg Diffie. He's patrolling that right field line, and he goes.
He does. He's got good speed. He gets a good jump on the ball out there.
Peanut
making the play. Seth Rowland stepping up to the dish. He's the DH today for USJ.
And he's 0 for 1, but he got on with an error in the second and scored.
Seth hits from the right side of the plate against right-handed pitching Caleb Spain. Spain uncoils, fires, outside ball 1. 355 straightaway center field, and I don't know the measurements down the lines. You fellas?
No, I would say they're at least, Scott, 320, 330?
Yeah, I was going to say 325, so right there in the middle.
Yeah.
1-0's outside.
Scott, how many fields did you play on that had no fence when I was in high school? We played on a few like that.
I don't remember any.
You're a little younger than I am, but most fields had started having fences.
We had fences, but they were chain link, weren't they?
Some
2-0 foul
link.
back, 2-1.
Yeah,
Played on a few fields that were all dirt.
Yeah.
Didn't have a grass infield.
Yeah.
They'd scrape the infield.
I talked with Browse before the game. I said, man, you know how lucky you guys are. He said, yep, 2-1, line foul down the right field line, even the count at 2-2. But, and I don't know about you guys, but you get in that right-handed batter box, and it would be a big groove, like a pothole in there, you know?
Yeah.
I always thought that kept me out of the major leagues. Here's a 2-2.
That's what it was.
Call strike 3, struck him out. Hey, Scott, thank you, man.
Guys, I enjoyed it. I appreciate all y'all do for USJ baseball.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thanks, Scott. Good to see you.
Scott Guyman, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-0 USJ on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite Pest Control. Don't you love the start of spring, baseball, sunshine, and termite swarms? If you haven't had your home protected by Southeastern by now, then today is the day. Swarming termites are literally trying to start new colonies every day that the temperature is above 70 degrees. Don't spend thousands of dollars getting the exact same treatment that we can do correctly for half the cost. Don't spend hundreds of dollars every year allowing bait stations around your home and wait for the termites to find them and hoping that it actually works. Call a company that will do it right the first time, every time. Termites aren't the only thing coming out this spring. Give us a call for any ant, mosquito, have you heard of the Zika virus, spider, flea, tick, or any other possible pest problem at your house. There's a reason why your neighbors use us in their homes. Give us an opportunity to earn your business as well. Give us a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all of your termite and pest control needs, fungus and moisture control, floor support, home additions, insurance work, mold inspections, brown recluse, or anything else. Southeastern 660-1052. That's Southeastern 660-1052.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Seven of the USJ, bottom of the 5th inning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to USJ Bruin Baseball.
Welcome to Jackson's only News Talk FM. This is WNWS-FM Jackson, 101.5 FM.
Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway, Dan DeFilippo, executive producer. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann on the .5digital.com side, where you can watch tonight's game on digital TV at .5digital.com. You won't see a better production outside of ESPN Baseball. Ethan Taylor leading off for Southside in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-0 Bruins. It's 0-1. Here's a grounder up the middle, scooped up and firing towards first base in plenty of time. Round number 1 is the shortstop, Alec Harden, making the play there. That'll bring up Jared Hurst to the plate with 1 gone and nobody on base. Jared is the DH today for Jackson Southside.
And he grounded out to the first baseman in his first plate appearance.
Are we in the bottom of the 4th inning?
We are in the bottom of the 4th, yep.
First pitch, swing and a miss. And you know how I knew that, Coach?
How's that?
I couldn't by looking out there. but looking at our TV screen at point5digital.com and Paul Schulze at Worthy Road Studios is how I found out we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 0-2. Call strike 2 on that slider.
Yep. 2, and that slider had some heat on it. It was thrown and moving.
0-2 on Hurst. Ryan Rollison on the mound for USJ, the left-hander.
Now I go flinch it again. I flinch every time it comes back.
Fouled it right back to the screen. Coach, you'd be dead if that man was not there today. Not one of them would have hit me.
I'm pretty quick moving now.
Not one of them would have hit me, but Coach, had he not been able to dodge them, would have taken 3 right off the coconut.
Took too many off the mask quite a few times I had to catch, and I got a little gunshot. Plus, I got a broken nose with a line drive of baseball when I wasn't catching.
Oh.
It was, I was just coaching first base.
Here's the 0-2. Curveball stayed outside. Milt Cattleman sent me another message, said Scott Guyman is one heck of a coach. He coached Ben. That's Milt's son,
sure
Ben, when he was 16. Said it's hard to believe that his son is in high school. It is, Milt. Oh, curveball. Call strike 3. A backdoor slider is what it was for the strikeout. So 2 gone and nobody on base. For Southside, to the plate, Jacob Perkins. Jacob is the catcher for the Hawks.
And Jacob was a strikeout victim his last time up. That's 5th strikeout for Rollison.
Oh, boy. He's got it, doesn't he?
Yes.
The left-hander fires, swing and a miss. It's strike 1.
Now, Scott Guyman knows a lot about catching. He really does. Knows how to teach framing a pitch well.
Now, did Scott play for you?
No. Scott, I was at Northside. He didn't go to Northside.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Where did Scott go?
I will think of it eventually where he went to high school. Of course, he played at Union.
0-2 on the catcher, Jacob Perkins. 2 gone. Bottom of the 4th inning. 7-0 USJ. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Quick work that time for Ryan Rollison. We move to the 5th inning. It's USJ 7 and Jackson Southside nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and point5digital.com.
You need to sell your home? Maybe you're thinking of hiring your friend that's a real estate agent. Bill Way here to tell you hiring the wrong real estate agent can cost you a whole lot of time and money. Keep your friends and hire the agent I would hire to sell my home. I'm talking about my friends Todd and Beth Haltom of the Haltom Real Estate Group. I've been telling you about Todd and Beth for many years, and the fact is their marketing is on a whole different level than the average agent. As the top team in Central West Tennessee ranked by the Wall Street Journal, week after week they attract hundreds of buyers, create demand, and on average sell a home every other day of the year for top dollar. That's why Todd and Beth can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they're going to buy it. Plus, if you're not happy with the Haltom Home Team, you can fire them. Trust me, that's not going to happen. It's no accident myself and real estate tycoon and Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran recommend Todd and Beth Haltom and the Haltom Home Team out of all the real estate agents in Jackson. Call the Haltom Home Team today at 499-1993. That's 499-1993, or go online to haltomhometeam.com.
Certain terms and conditions may apply. 731-984-2200.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
USJ Bruin Baseball presented in part by Madonna Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Steve Murphy over there. Full crematory on site. 783-1110. Lock in on a prearranged funeral. Lock in on that price. Check on the crematory, the pricing for cremation. Visit MadonnaFuneralHome.com. 783-1110. It's on West Church Street. On West Church Street in Madonna, and also in Gibson, Tennessee, with Gibson Funeral Home. Leading off the top of the 5th inning for USJ is John Stanford. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Gobbled up there and over to first. Round number 1. Aaron Cox, the shortstop, making a play. 1 gone and nobody on base. Jake Overton, the first baseman for the Bruins, will hit from the right side with nobody out, or 1 out, pardon me, and nobody on base here for USJ in the 5th inning. 7-0 Bruins. Spain fires outside ball 1.
Overton 1 for 1. He walked in the first inning, then had a single in the second.
Well, the temperature's kind of holding steady. Not too bad, really. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner. Strike 1.
Spain has worked those corners. You're right, Dan. It dropped quick. earlier in the afternoon, but it has held pretty well.
A couple of tough guys like us, we don't care to.
No.
1-1 inside, you'll hit it. 2-1.
The only guy tougher I know would be Richard the Narrator Barber. He wouldn't even bring a jacket with him.
Pride. That's pride right there. He's like an offensive lineman for Green Bay when it's 2 degrees. Popped him up. Right field line, it's shallow. Coming in as the right fielder, and right on that line, puts it away. Round number 2. Boy, he patrolled that line. Greg Diffie, he squeezes that one. So 2 up and 2 down for USJ here in the 5th. That'll bring to the plate Eli Browse, the third baseman. Nobody on, 2 gone in the 5th.
And Browse 0 for 2 today, flown out to center and right field.
Spain uncoils, fires, bouncing ball to second base. Scooped up and over to first goes Ethan Taylor for the 3rd out of the inning. So they go in order here in the 5th. As USJ will move to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-0 USJ leading Jackson Southside and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Could you do your job better without the hassle of glasses or contacts? Maybe better eyesight could help you with your new profession or your current one. Dr. David Underwood at the LASIK Center of Jackson offers Z-LASIK eye surgery to restore sharp vision. Z-LASIK is totally bladeless, all laser technology, safe and gentle. The LASIK Center of Jackson is offering free screenings and financing through Care Credit. Here's what one Z-LASIK patient says.
Hi, I'm Haley Surratt. I'm a hairstylist in Savannah. I've always wanted LASIK surgery. I was blind as a bat, so I wasn't sure if I was a candidate. When the LASIK Center ran a promotion allowing you to pay for the surgery over a 2-year period, I made an appointment to see if I was a candidate. Dr. David Underwood did my Z-LASIK surgery in October. I now see perfectly and have no problems. I've told many of my friends and customers about the great experience I had, and several have had the procedure as well.
Sharp vision, no glasses or contacts. That could be the key to success in your career. Call 668-0064 or visit LASIKofJackson.com today. Take advantage of the LASIK Center of Jackson's offer of free screenings and financing. 668-0064.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
On to the bottom of the 5th inning we go. 7-0 USJ over Jackson Southside. My name's Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway. You can watch the game, .5digital.com, Worthy Road Studios, Paul Schulze and Lawson, Maine. This game presented by the LASIK Center of Jackson and the Hughes Eye Center, along with Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company and King Jewelers at 16 Conrad Drive and Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Fisher Overton, the first baseman, leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for Jackson Southside. Fisher hits from the right side of the plate. First pitch, call strike 1.
He popped out back in the 2nd inning, his only plate appearance so far.
Here's the 0-1. Line drive, right field, and sinking. It gets down for a base hit. Fisher Overton, a sharp single to right to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. And, Coach, that's the first true base hit of the game for Southside today.
Yeah, the other one was one of those mental singles. And 2 hits. Rollison has struck out 6. Has not walked anybody, and there's been 1 error.
Dustin Duck, the third baseman, will stand in there, hitting from the right side. Ryan Rollison on the mound for the Bruins. First pitch is outside. Ball 1.
And Duck was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning.
Ryan Rollison, who figures to be drafted in this year's Major League Baseball draft, is committed to play for Ole Miss. The 1-0 slider, strike 1. Well, I said committed. He's already signed.
He signed. There are 7 scholarship athletes on USJ's team.
Wow.
They're going to ask them to get the helmet. That's for safety. It's not the umpire trying to be mean or anything, but somebody could trip on a foul ball or something.
Easily. Jack Bill, the head coach for the Bruins. Here's the 1-1. Outside corner. Strike 2.
There's a little black edge. It's got a little dirt on it. The umpire was good.
They call that painting, the line. 1-2. On Dustin Duck. Here's the 1-2. Fouled it back against the screen. We'll do it again. Jackson General will start playing next week at home. You believe that?
Oh, it's baseball. Sunday is Major League Baseball starts.
Yep. Here's the 1-2. Oh, a curveball off speed and a beauty. That one, as they say, fell off the table. Call strike 3. For out number 1, that brings to the plate Greg Diffie, the right fielder.
And Diffie, a strikeout victim in the 3rd. Rollison with 7 on the night.
1 out. Man on first base for Jackson Southside. USJ leading 7-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, high, gets away from Guyman. Back to the screen, and there goes the runner down to second base. So the Hawks now with a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-0. USJ leads this baseball game against the Jackson Southside Hawks. We're here at Jackson Southside. Lovely facilities here. 1-0 pitch on its way. Inside 2-0. And Ryan Rollison just hasn't gotten behind many batters at all today.
No, and when he does, he came back last time he was down 2-0.
Here's a 2-0. Oh, that would have gotten me. Fouled back to the screen. I jumped on that.
Son, I'm proud of you. You don't jump from fence as bad as I do.
That's because I'm not as smart as you.
You're not as old and worried about your health.
If I'm lucky enough, I will be one day, right?
Yeah.
2-2. Rollison out of the wind.
Anytime pitcher takes a long time, step out of the box. Well-coached team.
And Diffie did that very thing. 2-2. Rollison fires. Fastball stayed outside. Runs and count full. The outfield wall here is painted black. Looks great with sponsors painted in white.
Good batter's eye to dead center.
Oh,
There's nothing on it.
The wall here at Southside is probably 7 feet high till you get to center field, and then it's around 8 feet. Payoff pitch inside, ball 4.
And that's the first walk for Rollison.
Diffie earned that one, so he trots down to first base, and the Hawks have something brewing here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on first and second, only 1 out, and Connor Blakely hitting out of the 9-hole, standing in there. He plays center field for the Hawks, hitting from the right side. 7-0 USJ in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, bunted. Back to the mound. Rollison will go to third for round number 2. So Rollison, the left-hander, was moving to his right. It was an easy play over to third base.
Really was, and that one you got to put it closer to the line, and you've almost got to make that third baseman field it unless they have the wheel on, which is a play for the shortstop to cover it, and it's too easy when your pitcher can feel that bunt.
Tyron Cox, it's all up to him if Southside's going to try to whittle away at this 7-0 deficit. First pitch, the curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1 on Cox, who plays shortstop for the Southside Hawks.
Very quick young man who's 1 for 2, struck out in the first and had the single in the 3rd.
0-1, 2 gone. Runners on first and second for the Hawks. The 0-1, curveball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 7-0 Southside trailing USJ. The Bruins scored 2 in the first and 5 in the second for their 7 runs. 7-0 bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 on Cox. Rollison fires. Fouled, out of play. Over the nets and into the neighborhood off to our right here at Southside's baseball stadium.
Any type of contact, you'll see the runners, they've got to go hard on that with 2 outs. 0-2, do you waste a pitch, Dan?
I think I do. See what Rollison chooses. High heats, fouled back, out of play.
As a hitter, you love to try to go after that high fastball, but I tell you what, it's a harder pitch to hit than you think.
It is. It's just something about it, isn't it, Coach?
Oh, you almost can't lay off of it.
That ball looks so big and juicy coming at you. You just want to take a bite out of it.
You know, it's like putting a mermaid salad out in front of Seabass.
Yeah, it really is. Seabass enjoying a night of leisure.
Yes.
Watching Mr. Ed, marathon, I'm sure. 0-2. on Tyron Cox. Here's the 0-2. Curveball. Oh, he struck him out looking. That was a beautiful. He pulled the string on that one, did Ryan Rollison, round number 3. So we move on to the 6th inning when we come back. It's USJ 7 and Jackson Southside nothing. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Fact. A well-maintained vehicle will help save you money at the pump. Let Gene Langley Ford Service Department help you protect your vehicular expenditure. At Gene Langley Ford, your vehicle gets the maintenance it needs from folks who know it well. And we have great prices, too. From oil changes to tire care for any make or model, Gene Langley Ford is committed to maximizing the driving dollar. That's how we roll. At the dealership service built, Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt.
Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services accepts all pre-arranged funerals from other funeral homes and reduces your out-of-pocket costs by accepting insurance assignments for payment. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services is the only on-site crematory in Gibson County with 2 locations, Gibson Funeral Home in Gibson, Tennessee, and Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Medina. In the end, life leaves us difficult choices. We provide the options that make this difficult transition easier. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Visit us online at medinafuneralhome.com.
The station you rely on for dependable weather information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
Dan Reeves and Coach Joe Holloway with you from Jackson Southside Stadium, a baseball stadium that is. It's 7-0 USJ. We enter the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Bruins here in the 6th is Griffin Laird, the left fielder. Paul Schultze, Lawson Mann, and the .5digital.com side where you can watch tonight's game in living color. And they do one fantastic job, Worthy Road Studios. In fact, we are entering the digital TV world. We can do so much for you. Churches, church services, marketing with television commercials, real estate. If you're interested, call Larry Wood at 423-8316. Dan DiFilippo is our executive producer. 7-0 Bruins. Top of the 6th inning, Griffin Laird has a count of 3-0. Hitting from the right side against the right-handed pitching Spain. 3-0 fastball, strike one.
But that's always a good move. Try to influence the umpire just a little bit, head to first. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Umpires sometimes remember that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a 3-1. Bouncing ball toward shortstop. Over to first base. Round number 1. Tyron Cox has had 4 chances, and he's come through at shortstop for the Hawks. So 1 gone here at the top of the 6th inning. Nobody on base. Stepping in there is the man that's been red hot for the Bruins, Logan Carey. He's been wearing the baseball out today.
2 doubles and a triple. He's 3 for 3. He scored 1 run.
Hitting from the left side. Spain out of the windup. Bounced it up there. Nearly hits Carey. Logan squared to act like he's going to bunt, but I kind of doubt he was, don't you?
Well, he might be trying to get that single. Perkins says good old mask because it bounced right off his mask.
Sure did. 1-0 on Logan Carey. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball and a good one on the outside corner. Call strike one.
That one had some zip on it. Spain has 3 strikeouts since coming on in the 2nd inning with no outs and got Southside out of trouble.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1 from Spain. Fires inside. 2-1. Yeah, Spain has done well. Once you got out of that 2nd inning.
Yeah, he's only responsible for 1 run in this game. 6 of those runs belong to Branton Wallace.
Here's the 2-1 pitch from Spain. He uncoils, fires, outside corner and a beauty. Call strike 2. Those are 2 of the best fastballs he's thrown all day.
Well, you heard that one pop a while ago.
2-2 on Logan Carey. He's headed to Louisiana Tech. 2-2. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Spain has it over to first. Round number 2. 2 gone, nobody on base for the Bruins. And Brandon Oswald, who hits out of the 2-hole, will stand in there. The base is empty and 2 gone.
And he's 1 for 2 officially. Had a sacrifice in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd.
nice crowd here on a Friday night. First pitch, line drive, left field, slicing towards the line. He's going to get down. And here goes Oswald around second, or make that around first base. He'll cruise into second with a stand-up double down that left field line. And the Bruins with a runner in scoring position for Garrett Guyman with 2 gone in the top of the 6th inning.
It's moved along pretty good. That time he caught Southside playing they were playing him to right field, and left fielder was about 5 steps towards the center field, and it helped aid that. They would have gotten down anyway.
Garrett Guyman, the catcher, in there. First pitch, curveball outside, ball 1.
But that's the difference in a single and a double. Had they been playing straight away, and you don't know that because you stat your hitters and from the other teams, and a lot of times you'll play them to pull or something.
1-0 on Guyman. Spain out of the stretch, fires, gets by the catcher, and there goes Oswald down to second base, or make that down to third base. So Guyman, nice shot at an RBI here with 2 gone in the top of the 6th inning. USJ has a 7-0 lead over Jackson Southside. High school baseball. Here's a 2-0. Fouled back to the screen, 2-1.
And Oswald will be moving on contact. That was you scored that one a wild pitch a minute ago.
Friday night, Jackson, Tennessee, Jackson Southside High School. Bemis, love this place. Miss Tucker, the principal, 2-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. Over from short to make the play. At first base is Tyron Cox. Nice play to retire Guyman. And that'll do it for USJ in the 6th. We move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's USJ 7 and Jackson Southside nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite Pest Control. Don't you love the start of spring, baseball, sunshine, and termite swarms? If you haven't had your home protected by Southeastern by now, then today is the day. Swarming termites are literally trying to start new colonies every day that the temperature is above 70 degrees. Don't spend thousands of dollars getting the exact same treatment that we can do correctly for half the cost. Don't spend hundreds of dollars every year allowing bait stations around your home and wait for the termites to find them and hoping that it actually works. Call a company that will do it right the first time, every time. Termites aren't the only thing coming out this spring. Give us a call for any ant, mosquito, have you heard of the Zika virus, spider, flea, tick, or any other possible pest problem at your house. There's a reason why your neighbors use us in their homes. Give us an opportunity to earn your business as well. Give us a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all of your termite and pest control needs, fungus and moisture control, floor support, home additions, insurance work, mold inspections, brown recluse, or anything else. Southeastern 660-1052. That's Southeastern 660-1052.
The station you rely on for dependable weather information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
USJ Bruin Baseball presented in part by Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company. Get that free home inspection you just heard Chuck Walker talking about. Termites going to be swarming all over the place very soon. 660-1052 for the free home inspection from Southeastern Termite. The LASIK Center of Jackson with Dr. Underwood, Chief LASIK Surgeon Dr. Underwood. Certainly with Dr. Matt Hughes, take care of all your diabetic eye diseases, and not only that, cataracts. Coach, I mean, they'll take care of you at the Hughes Eye Center, won't they?
They do a great job. I've had some friends get some work there, and they're very pleased with the results.
Your eyes, your eyes. Take care of your eyes, folks. So we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-0 USJ. First pitch fouled back to the screen. Durandus Smith leading off for Southside. He plays left field for the Hawks.
And he's 0 for 2. He's been on with an error, and then
deep in the box, and where he was in the box, that curveball had already dropped, and you're not going to get that. Hughes Eye Center now is selling surgical location.
They work closely with area optometrists to receive surgical referrals. So please make sure you see those eye professionals. Your eyes.
Oh, you got to take care of those.
0-2's outside, 1 and 2. With Dr. Casey Davis and Dr. Matt Hughes and Dr. Underwood, nobody does it better. The best in medical and surgical eye care. 664-1994 for the Hughes Eye Center and the LASIK Center of Jackson. Glad to have them aboard with us. I mean, it's a wonderful local business.
Well, they're good people. You ought to get your eyes checked every year. And athletes, I'll suggest that to you. It'll help your performance.
2-2. Struck him out. Boy, he's so tough on the mound. So 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Ethan Taylor for Southside at the plate.
And that's 9 strikeouts.
Coach, he's so good. Ryan Rollison on the mound. First pitch is high, ball 1.
And nothing seems to faze him. Even when there were 2 runners on a while ago, he stays focused. And Garrett Guyman frames the plate well for him and for the umpire.
2-0.
And that's important sometimes that your catchers, especially for the umpire, frame that pitch well.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's Rollison out of the line. Popped him up towards shortstop. Drifting over there is a shortstop behind second base to put it away. On the pop-up there in the infield. Squeezing, it's Alec Harden, and 2 gone now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody on base for Jared Hurst, the designated hitter for the Hawks, hitting from the right side of the plate against the big left-hander Ryan Rollison, who we all expect to be drafted in this year's Major League Baseball draft. Look at that curveball, strike 1.
And Hurst 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the 4th.
0-1. 0-1. On the ground, 1 hopper to second base. Over to first. For round number 3, Brandon Oswald made the play at second base. We move to the 7th inning. It's 7-0 USJ on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
You need to sell your home? Maybe you were thinking of hiring your friend that's a real estate agent. Bill Way here to tell you hiring the wrong real estate agent can cost you a whole lot of time and money. Keep your friends and hire the agent I would hire to sell my home. I'm talking about my friends Todd and Beth Haltom of the Haltom Real Estate Group. I've been telling you about Todd and Beth for many years, and the fact is their marketing is on a whole different level than the average agent. As the top team in Central West Tennessee, ranked by the Wall Street Journal, week after week they attract hundreds of buyers, create demand, and on average sell a home every other day of the year for top dollar. That's why Todd and Beth can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they're going to buy it. Plus, if you're not happy with the Haltom Home Team, you can fire them. Trust me, that's not going to happen. It's no accident myself and real estate tycoon and Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran recommend Todd and Beth Haltom and the Haltom Home Team out of all the real estate agents in Jackson. Call the Haltom Home Team today at 499-1993. That's 499-1993. Or go online to haltomhometeam.com.
Certain terms and conditions may apply. 731-984-2200.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information.
Who's your daddy?
This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
On to the 7th inning we go. USJ leads Jackson Southside 7-0. USJ Bruin Baseball presented in part by King Jewelers. Grover Blue Eyes King. 16 Conrad Drive right here in Jackson. The best selection of jewelry at the best prices. Jewelry repair and service, Rolex watch service and repair. Coach gets his Rolex serviced there.
Rolex. Yeah, if I had it, but I go there. You got some great stuff, and hey, he'll take great care of you.
Yes, he will. First pitch swinging, line to deep down the left field line, twisting foul. Just missed it, a home run to lead off the 7th inning was Alec Harden. He gave that one a ride right there. They had home run distance, but it just twisted foul before it got to that high, tall, yellow flagpole out there in the left field, flagpole, foul pole down at left field line. Here's the 0-1 curveball. Line drive. This time it's fair. Down the left field line. It's going to roll to the wall. Rounding first, headed to second base. He'll pull in there with a stand-up double. Is Alec Harden. I mean, he was all over that one as well. And the Bruins have their leadoff man on second base here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, he tattooed that one. That makes him 2 for 4 on the night with 2 runs scored. And he has a chance to score a third time if they can advance him.
That'll bring Seth Rowland to the plate. Seth, the designated hitter today, batting from the right side. Spain working out of the stretch with a runner on second base. First pitch, beauty. Right on that outside corner, call strike 1.
The rolling is 0 for 2. He was on with an error in the second, scored in the second, and was walked back in the first.
Seth Rowling, big right-handed hitter. 0-1. Spain out of the stretch. Fires curveball, bounce towards shortstop. It's a slow roller. Cox gonna have to hurry, and he gets him there at first base. But moving over to third was Alec Harden. Cox made a nice play because that was a slow roller, and he had to charge that one, playing deep shortstop to make the play.
He's got some speed, and guy has a good arm, and didn't waste any motion. But the runner advances on the fielder's choice.
So Harden over to third base with 1 gone, and that brings up John Stanford, the right fielder. First pitch, strike 1.
And Stanford 0 for 2 with a walk in the first.
Here's the 0-1 of Stanford. Popped it up, right field line. Will this one get down? Out goes the first baseman. Here comes the second baseman over to try to make the play. Can't do it. That would drift it over into foul territory and will hit the ground between the first baseman, second baseman, and the right fielder. Just kind of put it in the no man's land out there.
You're right, but boy, Greg Diffie was really hustling to try to get there.
So 0-2 on John Stanford's. Spain deals, curve, line, foul, out of play down the first base line. 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Alec Harden stands on third base for USJ. John Stanford in the batter's box in an 0-2 hole. 7-0 Bruins. 0-2 curveball, bounce towards shortstop, and he gets through into left field for a base hit. And crossing the plate is Alec Harden, and the Bruins take an 8-0 lead.
And he hit a good pitch by Spain then. That was a good piece of hitting by John Stanford.
It was. He battled. That'll bring to the dish first baseman Jake Overton hitting from the right side. Runner on first. Still only 1 out here at the top of the 7th. 8-0 USJ over Jackson Southside. First pitch, fastball, strike 1.
Overton 0 for 2 tonight with a walk in the first inning. Actually, he is 1 for 2 tonight because he had a single in that second inning.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball, strike 2 called. Nothing. USJ over Jackson Southside. 0-2 high. It's 1-2. John Stanford is at first base. 1 out. 1 run here in the 7th. USJ 8-0 over Jackson Southside. 1-2 is high and tight. 2-2.
Had some juice on that fastball. Outfield is playing straight away this time. They are straight away and very deep.
They are. Respecting the power of Jake Overton. 2-2, fouled out of play. Back behind us, right into that gentleman's front yard.
Well, in the old days, if you got a foul ball, they used to give you a snow cone to return it.
Oh, yes. Boy, I never felt prouder in my life to win. First game of the Little League, hit a home run. The first game off of Kevin Ward. Here's the 2-2. Oh, curveball backdoored him for out number 2. Nice pitch there from Spain to strike out Overton. Eli Browse will step in there with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Eli plays third base for the Bruins, hits from the right side.
He's 0 for 3, and that was Spain's 4th strikeout.
Hitting that home run off of Kevin. Curveball, strike one. Was not the proudest moment because that wasn't a big deal. But the third game, I hit 2 home runs, Coach. First 2 at bats, and the third time it came up, the kids were lined up along the left field line. Oh, a line drive into right field, base hits. So a sharp single to right field. Holding up in second base is Stanford, and the Bruins have runners on first and second with 2 gone. In the top of the 7th inning, 1 run across here in the 7th. USA's taking an 8-0 lead. Into the top of the lineup we go with Logan Carey, the very dangerous man. He's had a big game here.
Actually, Griffin Laird is up.
Pardon me, Coach, you're right. Griffin Laird. Hitting out of the 9-hole, first pitch outside. But so they were lining up along the third base line. I thought of that because you mentioned the snow cones. Back then, you bring in a home run ball and you get a foul ball and you get a snow cone.
Yep.
Yeah. I wanted to brag on. I wanted to talk about me a little bit.
That's a good thing to do.
Oh, hit him. The 1-0 pitch hits Griffin Laird on the left elbow. He'll move to first base, and that'll load the bases for Logan Carey, who's 3 for 4, ain't he, Coach?
He is 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a triple. And I'm going to tell you what, in the major leagues, somebody'd be running out there with the ethyl chloride to spray.
He would.
Yeah. Griffin's a tough young man.
Griffin's, he's robbing that elbow.
He's tough, but he's gotten his lead.
First pitch, high, ball 1.
You do not want to throw one here with the bases loaded, even though with 2 outs in Logan Carey's wheelhouse.
Oh, no.
The LaTeX signee.
They got a good one, didn't they, Coach?
Yes, they did.
1-0. Here's the 1-0. Foul back, out of play. 1-1.
You know, our old buddy Matt Park will actually be doing the Syracuse broadcast against North Carolina tomorrow.
Sure will. Play-by-play man for Syracuse Sports, Matt Park. Former Jacks or West End Diamond Jacks play-by-play man. 1-1. Outside 2-1.
Couldn't get him to pull for an orange team like UT. He had to stay with the Syracuse Orangemen.
Yeah, his alma mater. He's got his dream job, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And he teaches class up there, too. He's an assistant professor.
3-1. Yeah, have you talked to him lately?
It's been about 2 years. I almost made connections with him on the cheap seats the other night. We missed connections.
Oh, man, it'd be great to hear from Matt. I haven't talked with him in a while. 3-1. Strike call right down the pipe. That'll run the count full. No place to put Logan Carey. Bases are loaded. 2 outs at the top of the 7th inning. 8-0. USA leading Jackson Southside. We got another game coming up after this one. USA will take on Hardin County, the AAA ball club.
Here goes the merry-go-round.
Payoff pitch. Downstairs. Ball 4. So another RBI for Logan Carey. He's trotting in from third base. With run number 9 for USJ is John Stanford. And we may have a pitching change.
Well, I think it's a very good move on Jeff White's part. Whether you change pitchers not to come out, talk to Caleb Spain, who has really thrown well. He's had 2 innings, and they are going to take him out. He's thrown 2 innings where he had 3 up and 3 down.
He pitched very well.
Yes, he did. 4 strikeouts.
So, a pitching change. And we'll take a break. 9-0 USA leading Jackson Southside for the top of the 7th inning on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Fact. A well-maintained vehicle will help save you money at the pump. Let Gene Langley Ford Service Department help you protect your vehicular expenditure. At Gene Langley Ford, your vehicle gets the maintenance it needs from folks who know it well. And we have great prices, too. From oil changes to tire care for any make or model, Gene Langley Ford is committed to maximizing the driving dollar. That's how we roll. At the dealership service built, Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt.
The station you rely on for dependable sports information.
Who's your daddy?
This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
New pitcher for Jackson Southside. Here's Coach Joe Holloway.
And the new pitcher is the shortstop, Tyron Cox, and he comes on, and we'll have a new shortstop as Spain goes out, and we'll check that and see who has come on. And is that Caleb Harden that has come on? I'll have to check my numbers.
I believe it is, Coach.
I believe that's Caleb Harden. It is.
Caleb Harden, only a freshman. So bases loaded, 2 gone. Is Tyron Cox comes in there. First pitch, a fastball down the middle, called strike 1. He's facing Brandon Oswald.
Had a big double his last time up.
Hitting from the left side of the plate. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, center field, that's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Rounding third, digging towards home. He'll score, standing up in. Flying around those bases and scoring. That was Mitchell Boniford, and the Bruins take an 11-0 lead with 2 gone in the 7th inning. 4 across here, Coach, in the 7th.
And, of course, the runners with 2 outs would be going on contact, and that's the reason you do it. Gives you a little advantage, and that'll bring Garrett Guyman to the plate.
The catcher, the number 3 hole hitter, Garrett Guyman, son of Scott Guyman. And for some reason, I forgot his wife's name. First pitch high, ball 1.
Guilty as charged also.
His son there. Lovely lady.
Yes.
Mrs. Guyman, that's who it is.
Yes.
1-0 on Garrett Guyman. Here's the 1-0. Oh, nearly hit him. Inside and high, ball 2.
Yeah. Guyman 1 for 3 tonight. He walked in the first and had a single in the second. He scored twice.
2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, and now 4 here in the 7th inning for the 11-0 USA lead. 2-0 pitch, called strike 1.
Your count, G.
Bruins a top team. Boy, they're good.
They can hit all the way up and down the lineup.
2-1.
Play good defense, and Guyman held up that time. They're going to check. Oh, they're going to call and say he did go around.
That's a tough call for the second base umpire. You don't really have a good look at it like you would along that first base line. But Tommy, if he calls it, he saw something. He's 2-2.
He's done this for years.
2-2. Popped it up, right field. Higgs comes over, waits Sundrich, and puts it away. Round number 3. Diffie making another play in right field. But USJ, the damage is done. We move to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 11-0 USJ over Jackson Southside on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business in the heart of Jackson with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday. King Jewelers, 16 Conrad Drive in Jackson.
Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services accepts all pre-arranged funerals from other funeral homes and reduces your out-of-pocket costs by accepting insurance assignments for payment. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services is the only on-site crematory in Gibson County with 2 locations, Gibson Funeral Home in Gibson, Tennessee, and Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Medina. In the end, life leaves us difficult choices. We provide the options that make this difficult transition easier. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Visit us online at medinafuneralhome.com.
The station you rely on for dependable traffic information. This is News Talk 101.5 FM.
To the bottom of the 7th inning we go. It's the last chance for romance here for Jackson Southside, down 11-0 and facing Ryan Rollison, who's pitched a marvelous game here, Coach.
He sure has 9 strikeouts on the night, has allowed 2 hits, has not walked. Yes, he has 1 base on balls. Had that back in the 5th inning to Greg Diffie.
Jacob Perkins for Jackson Southside will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacob is the catcher for the Hawks. hitting from the right side of the plate against left-handed pitching Ryan Rollison. First pitch, curveball, stayed outside, ball 1.
Perkins 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout victim. He just wants to make contact and get on base because there's no 11-run home run or anything like that. Get them one at a time now.
1-0, fastball, outside, 2-0. Feel that mid-pop. This game brought to you by the LASIK Center of Jackson and the Hughes Eye Center. 2-0, popped him up. Right field line. Out goes the first baseman. Here comes the second baseman over into foul territory to make the play. Nicely done, making the long run into shallow right field and drifting over into foul territory to make the catch is Brandon Oswald, route number 1.
That's one of those where the second baseman really has to take charge, and you can see him calling off the other two. The right fielder pulled up. First baseman really has a bad look at that one, but made the effort.
Fisher over to the first baseman. Hitting the right side, standing in there. First pitch, bouncing ball to second base. Oswald gobbles it up, fires it to first. 2 are gone. You're right, Coach. You wonder why. Well, the first baseman has to run straight back. The right fielder has to run at an angle in. And the second baseman, if he picks it up right off the bat, has the best look at it. And that's what happened. It's like Coach explained there for out number 1. Now 2 are gone. Ain't nobody on base for the Hawks. Curveball, strike 1, called on Dustin Duck, who hits from the right side. He plays third base for the Hawks. Down to 1 out.
Yeah, that was a dandy curveball.
Fastball, swing and a miss.
I'd say that number 1 was about 94, 95 miles an hour.
Seems like he gets stronger as the game progresses, does Ryan Rollison. So the Hawks are down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 0-2, inside, ball 1. High school baseball, 7-inning games. I believe this tournament has a 2-hour time limit.
Most of these tournaments do. And the same thing will happen with the second game. It'll be Hardin County and USJ.
1-2, strike him out. And that'll do it. The Bruins pick up the win, 11-0. Over Jackson Southside. Bruins improved to 9-2 on the year. Southside now 5-8 after the loss. Ryan Rollison, nearly perfect again today, Coach. He flirted with another no-hitter and another perfect game.
21 outs. 10 of them were where he struck out 10 guys. He only walked 1, allowed 2 hits, no runs.
And that's something.
And if I'm right, Scott said he has not given up an earned run this year. Going all the way back to the championship game last year, I think, for Franklin Road.
Boy, what a run, huh? What a run. Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company, LASIK Center of Jackson, the Hughes Eye Center, Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service, all bringing you USJ Bruin Baseball. We'll be right back. USJ wins at 11-0. We've got another game coming up here tonight, USJ in Hardin County from Southside High School. We'll be back after this 4-minute timeout to tie this one off on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.